Okay, so we're going to mess around with a little something called Jeliot. So you can see it up called Jeliot. It's labeled up there. It's just a downloadable, it's an IDE basically, but it's a visual IDE for taking code that you run and then trying to visualize it. So I just directly copied and pasted from the replit all the code for that, right? For the doing this is the binary search versus the sequential search, and let's see how this is going to run. So to begin with, I am going to let's just see. I'm just going to run for right now. I've kind of commented out using the sequential search, and we're just going to focus on the binary search to see how that works. So compile. We need to compile this. It's kind of fun. All right, let's put my face down here, and let's hit play, and we'll run. So what it's going to do is it's going to separate these different areas for where our code is going to go, and then it's going to initialize. It's going to show like how the initialization happens in the background, and then it's actually going to run the code. So let's do this. So you can see it's highlighting things over here, and then pushing them in. That's where it's at right now. Actually, if we go back, I don't know if I can go back, but so it did everything in the first part. We populated our array list, or not our array list, but our array. It got the values, the length of the array. We're initializing some values. Our number was 13, I guess, from originally. Let's see. And let me slow this down a little bit as we get into the important stuff here. So now we have the my class and here the binary. So we're looking within this, all the different values. So we have the needles taken from our input. We're going to get an int max, which is what it's calculating right there. Int min is going to be equal to 0. Okay, so we have some constants that we got going on here. Now we're going to do our evaluation within the while loop here. So I'll go through one round kind of slowly. And again, you should be looking back and forth between what's happening up here as well as like where it's highlighting in here. Really showing every detail there. Oh, so that's the whole thing. So that shows the entire loop going through there. I mean, one thing that we didn't get to see, so it's kind of throwing away all like the system out print stuff there. That's why it's kind of throwing and catching. I did choose a value right in the center, which maybe was a bad choice. Stupid loan won't let me actually change it. But yeah, you can see it working through. So let's pause this. And so now I've edited this out so that we're not going to do the binary search, but we are going to do the sequential search. And I've set it to, actually, no, I'll keep this at 13, even though that was maybe a bad choice. So we're not going to run through any of the binaries, just using the sequential search. But let's see how that works. We need to compile. We need to run. Now let's get all this stuff. Same stuff, right, to initialize it. Filling all that up. Yep. Kind of cool to see watch it actually load all those things in. But yeah, okay, now we get into the actual search thing. Slow down a little bit here. So what I like about this is, and I'll kind of talk over as it's going, I like how slow it is, right? You can really see like all the different commands that are happening here. It keeps having to check the if, it keeps need to check the for loop, and it keeps needing to making these calculations. That's going to just be repetitive, repetitive, repetitive. So we can see that it's going to take a really long time, even though, when you run this in Replit, it seems like both happen very fast. This one actually takes clearly much longer to calculate, and that's important, especially if the library was really big. That'd be really important for us. So I'll speed it up a little bit here, but I think I really like this kind of visualization of this one, and I hope this is helpful. Super fast mode. It'll take a while. There we go. Finally got it. Sequential search took 7 loops. Boom. Done. Okay. So that is our comparison. This is using Jeliot. We might use this a little bit more later.